does that work, Priyesh, for you now? You've got to now get this guy's trust again. He's obviously been let down by his last agent, which puts you in a strong position. But from a delivery point of view, just explain what's going to be the next 2 or 3 months looking like for you in terms of trying to get this guy a club, whether it be before the end of the season or whether it be by the end of the year for the start of new season. What's the process that now goes into that?
Okay, mate. So particularly with this boy, he's a friend of one of our employees. So we've been sort of speaking to him on and off since he's been released by Spurs, since he realised his agent wasn't doing much for him. But then, other than having a discussion as a friend, which we're allowed to do, just said to him, look, we can't do anything for you until you're not signed. So his contract expired with his agency in like mid-November, and reason why it's taken so long from since mid-November to the end of January, really, for us to get to a stage where we've got all the paperwork done. Well, we're going to get the paperwork done to officially work on his behalf, is simply down to the fact what you just said, Turk, that he's lost faith, mate. He just believes agents are talkers, not very positive with his experience, because again, this guy's been with him since he was 15 or 16 years old, since he signed his scholar at Spurs. Look, the plan with him now is we're looking abroad as well as in the UK, because it might be good for him to get a nice fresh start. He's very open to the possibility of going to the MLS. So today's paperwork that he's coming to do with us in the office is to get all the MLS forms all filled out and stuff. So it works differently in the MLS. It's like the main MLS office give the contracts, etc., is similar to Spain, not like the FA over here where the clubs are in control. So for argument's sake, we've got relationships with clubs in the MLS, so we can tout him directly to the clubs. But also, if we represent the player solely and exclusively, we take the authorization, send it over to the MLS head office, and what happens is they put them onto their roster. So they've just had their draft about a week ago, so a lot of their positions are filled now, but now they'll have slots that you've got to fill in. So the MLS office itself will put him onto their database, so anyone looking for a right back or left back will have the player's details there, and they will also push to get the player signed, because obviously he comes from a good sort of caliber as well, and good background. But we're exploring opportunities in Europe as well. But then again, with certain countries like Spain or Italy, it's the point system, like it is over here since Brexit happened, which is going to be good for the English game in the long term, where they can't bring any more under 18 players into our shores anymore from abroad. They also, under 21, there's still a point system for the visa and stuff like that, which it's a topic for another day, but it's quite long-winded. It's depending on how many appearances you have for the first team, depending on which league you play in. Is it one of the top 5 leagues? If you have any international appearances, so that tallies up. But what that in turn means is where someone like this boy could have easily gone to Serie B in Italy, where I've got some interest. Also in Spain, where they can only have like a certain slot of foreign players, and for them to bring a young boy like this in, it doesn't make sense, because they can have other guys, more established players. So we'll be working it, mate, and hopefully get the boys' career back on track. The guy's got fantastic ability, low centre of gravity, very much a Dani Alves type player. What I'll do is I'll share his CV with you guys after this, for you guys to have a look at. So it's an interactive CV, tells you his best actions, and you press the play button and it'll give you like 5-6 minutes of highlights of him,
I'll tell you what's really exciting moving forward is we've got Priyesh has access to Y-Scout, which is sort of one of the biggest scouting networks that there is, or online scouting networks. And from our portal here, we're able to upload sort of videos and sort of background on individual players. So rather than just discussing non-points and non-elements, we can actually get the facts and the videos onto the screen now moving forward. So if ever there's a player that nobody's heard of, or whatnot, the pre is discussing with or wants to talk about, that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be a bit more informative and a bit more factual, rather than some kid in Brazil sort of totting up a social media video. It's going to be from the actual Y-scale element, and Pre's going to be able to sort of relate to us guys and be able to go from there.